Bienvenidos everybody, welcome to the second episode of Chef Fredo's Kitchen. So, what's on the menu? Well, we're a week away from the Super Bowl. My Niners are gonna be playing against the Chiefs. I want something healthy because there's still New Year's resolutions going on and people trying to stay in shape, so I was thinking to myself, man, you know, I would like to eat something really tasty because that's usually what we do, Super Bowl parties. So, my mind's telling me no, but my body, no, not that either. Okay, scratch all that, okay? Because I'd love to eat something horrible for me, as a lot of people do, but we got goals to reach. It's still early 2020. So today, I'm making a healthy variation of loaded potato and buffalo chicken casserole. Something along those lines, no grill necessary. It's all gonna be done in oven and on stovetop. So, I got a bunch of potatoes to peel. Give me a second and we'll go from there and I'll explain the recipe. So I don't know about y'all, but this holiday season or 2019 holiday season, I was a bad boy. Didn't start working out as much as I wanted to, although I told myself I was going to. So, you know, obviously as most of us have New Year's resolutions, get back into shape, summertime's coming out, you know, the whole sun's out, guns out, sky's out, thighs out, all about that. So definitely something you want to take into consideration is healthy foods, because as everybody knows by now, it's almost common knowledge. It doesn't matter how much you work out, doesn't matter how much water you drink, doesn't matter what pills you take, if your diet's not on point, you're not gonna be able to lose all that weight you really want to, or that fat, or even gain muscle if that's what you're trying to do. So that's another reason why we're making this recipe as healthy as possible. All right, y'all, so the potatoes are done. Now we're gonna go ahead and mix the spices that are gonna be put onto the potatoes before they go into the oven. A teaspoon and a half of salt. We got a tablespoon of black grounded pepper, tablespoon of paprika, got 2 tablespoons of garlic powder, and half a teaspoon of Chipotle chili pepper. Mix the dry ingredients, as I've always said. Next, we have a 1/3 cup of avocado oil. Okay, and then last but not least, I'm gonna go ahead and put the hot sauce. Now, because it is like buffalo wings, I tend to wanna use Louisiana hot sauce. Hot sauce is down from the South, not so much Mexican hot sauces like Cholula or Valentin or Tapatio. So it's 6 tablespoons. Now, you can measure that out. I have a pretty good eye, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pour and throw this in the potatoes. Now, make sure that when this is getting done, it coats the potatoes really, really well. We're gonna toss it around to make sure every potato is coated with it. And put it on this, and it's gonna go in the oven for 40 minutes. All right, so we're back. So everything's been tossed to coat. I didn't actually mention specifics in the amounts of ingredients, but that'll be on the recipe card you'll see on the video. That being said, this is what it looks like. It's ready to coat. So now we're gonna go and put it on a pan. Now keep in mind, I should have said at the beginning, the very first thing you do before you start any of this is put your oven on 500 degrees. That's right, 500 degrees, not 350, not 450, 500. Cooking potatoes takes a long time, so make sure that's the first thing you do. I set mine about 20 minutes ago. So again, let's put these potatoes in the pan here. See this right here? This is important. Do not toss this out. You're gonna need it for later for the chicken. So as of right now, just put it on the side. And for the rest of this, potatoes, move around the pan so it's a single layer. You don't want anything on top of each other if you can avoid it. I'm gonna throw these in the oven. This is gonna take roughly between 35 to 45 minutes. Basically, you're just gonna watch. If you get a chance, you can move them around a little bit, but that's about how long it's gonna take. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it in, and we're gonna go and just wait and get started with the next part of the recipe. All right, so the potatoes just went into the oven. We got 2 pounds of chicken. To make it healthier, I'm using chicken breast only. You can use any part of the chicken for this recipe as long as you cut up in about 1/2-inch cubes. So again, chicken breast for me because I want to try to keep it as healthy as possible. The remaining sauce that was left over from that potato, you're gonna go ahead and throw these pieces of chicken cut in there. Again, I pre-cut them earlier. So now you got the chicken in here. And now you're just gonna kind of toss it around so that it gets those leftovers that were left by the potatoes in here. It's not gonna be a lot, but it's just gonna be enough to coat the chicken itself. You're actually gonna leave this as is in the refrigerator to marinate for the next 30, 40 minutes as you're waiting for the potatoes. So that's what it looks like, simple. I'm gonna put it in the fridge and then we're gonna wait for the potatoes and the chicken and we're gonna keep on moving from there. So the first time I actually ever made this recipe, I didn't use veggies at all. It just had different spices. The only veggies I actually had was the green onions, but I'm a big fan of veggies. So in this one, I'm gonna go ahead and add some bell pepper and add some onion. I prefer yellow onion for this one. Not the sweet, not the white, not the red, but just regular yellow onion. I like the flavor it gives it. All right, so I did pre-fry some bacon. So this is actually gonna be made into bacon bits. So when you make the bacon, obviously to make them, or to make it able to cut like this, you have to make it crispy. So make sure your bacon's crispy, but not too crispy. You also don't want it burned, right? This is actually gonna be on top of the dish. So make sure you should cut into small pieces as much as you can. I might have to cut through a couple times. All right, guys, so there's the potatoes. This is the first portion of the project of the dish. Next is coming the chicken, so stay tuned. Can y'all smell that through there? Probably not, but it smells delicious. I'm excited. Yeah, this is it. Can I get 2 claps on the Ric Flair? Woo! Ready to move on now. Food like this definitely makes me want to move a little. Just wait, that's just a little too much. I'm gonna go ahead and stop right there because we gotta keep cooking. We're on a time crunch. You're on a time crunch making this, watching me, so here we go. Okay, so remember those veggies you cut up earlier? Gonna put a little bit of oil again. I prefer avocado oil. I really like Chosen Foods. This is actually pretty expensive. If you go to Costco, however, you can get the what is the giant size bottle, I guess, for about 10 bucks. So highly recommend this stuff, especially if you like avocados. If you have an avocado allergen, I don't recommend it. Don't want y'all dying on me, want y'all watching this show. So put about a tablespoon in your pan. Make sure you swirl around that oil. Okay, good to go. Now this is about medium to low to medium heat. Throw your veggies in there. Now basically what you're gonna do here is just saute them, get them ready before you throw the chicken in. That's all this portion is right now. So just move around, make sure that oil coats all of it. Just gonna let this cook probably here for about just 2 or 3 minutes just to get the aromas out and get everything mixed. After that, we're gonna go throw the chicken in there and wait for that to cook as well. So we'll be here waiting and waiting. Georgia, Georgia, sweet, sweet, sweet day. I don't even know the words of that song, but got Georgia on my mind. Talking about Georgia, oh sweet Georgia. Woo, woo. That's the smell the food makes me want to go. Oh, stuff is so good. Vegetables are sauteed real quick to look delicious. Look at that. Boom, boom. Gonna go ahead and add that chicken in there now. Make sure you get as much of that juice as you can in there because it's in the juice. Deliciousness is in that juice. And those seasonings have been sitting for a while with the chicken. Again, the chicken marinated in the refrigerator for about 40, 45 minutes while we're waiting for the potatoes to cook. All right, so you're cooking till the chicken doesn't look pink anymore. It's gonna go back into the oven for a little bit after everything's combined anyways, but you wanna make sure that it's as pretty much close to cooked as possible because nobody wants to eat raw chicken. I don't wanna get a disease. Y'all don't wanna get bacteria. We like life. Life is great. 2020 is happening. We're doing big things. So make sure chicken's always cooked through. Follow your cooking handling instructions that come on the chicken packaging. God, it sounds like the law right now, I'm sorry, but I don't want y'all getting sick, seriously. Let it cook for a while, move it around. Okay, so the chicken is almost done. We have about 4 to 6 more minutes for it to be done. It's cooking. Now, I went ahead and put maybe about a tablespoon more of hot sauce. The recipe itself is 6 tablespoons. I like my stuff spicy, hence why I added the Mexican Chipotle pepper seasoning. But I can never do hot enough. So feel free to put more on the chicken if you want. Don't really have to season it because it's already been seasoned in that sauce that we had earlier in this bowl. So again, we're just waiting for this to finish, to combine everything. And we're almost at home base. Almost, we're close. We're kind of getting close to running around third. All right, so the chicken is pretty much done cooking. Next step is to combine everything together. You put everything together in a bowl. So let's go ahead and separate the potatoes from the sheep. All right, that's the potatoes. Next, the chicken. Okay, drain it, drain it, drain it. Now, like I said earlier, I was cutting it up. You have about a cup of cooked bacon. So you're gonna toss it in there as well. Of green onions that were cut also earlier, toss it in there as well. Now you're gonna toss this together. Okay. Now next step is you get a pan and you're gonna coat it in there. Throw everything in there because it's gonna go back in the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes. So you throw everything in. So there you go. Make sure we spread it out. And the last and final step is 2 cups of cheese. You're gonna spread it over, okay? Now again, keep this in mind. This is not a vegan, it's not keto. This is just something to enjoy. If you're trying to be extra healthy, you don't have to add the cheese. Personally, I love cheese, but if, you know, this, and cheese actually is keto. However, you can't add potatoes to keto menu items. So that being said, there's different ways. You can do vegan cheese. Instead of the chicken, you can use soy products that are like chicken. If you want to go keto, you can cut out the potatoes. Different things you can do, different variations. So, you know, tailor it to your likings. If you want suggestions or want to know how to make a keto, vegetarian, vegan, reach out to me. I can let you know. But this is just the basic party. Try to be healthy. Okay, so now cheese is on top. You're going to put it in the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes at 400 degrees. Basically what you want is the bubbling cheese, is the melted cheese. And once that's done, this dish is ready to go and you're ready for a party. Invite me to your party because I want to come along. I'm a party animal. Party animal. So let's put it in the oven and let's get it ready. Look at that right there. Now, that looks delicious. If only you could have some. That's it. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Real quick before I go, I want to give a shout out to my sister, Rosie. I love you. And to my 3 nephews, Ethan, Valiant, and Grayson, who gave me this for Christmas. I think it's pretty dope. Love you guys. Can't wait to see you again pretty soon. As always, love, prayers, and y'all take care and thank you for joining me again.